Hi there, I'm Professor Kevin Tharp, and today what we're going to do is a bit of a case study on doing an audit for a uh, on-site optimization for a website. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a website of mine that kind of took the back seat for a while, especially during COVID. And what I've done is I've gotten a new host. I've got a new provider. I've moved the domain to a new location. I've migrated that. In the process, some things broke naturally. When you're doing that kind of thing, stuff is going to break. So before I go in and add this site back to the Google crawl, add my analytics and all that stuff to it, I want to go through and I want to audit this site, fix it before I add all that stuff in there, so that I've got a good clean crawl the first time. So I'm going to use this as a tool for a case study that we're going to do. So in my class, we use Raven Tools as the tool for doing our on-site audits and other tools. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through setting up the Raven Tools to do a crawl of this site. The first thing you'll have to do, if you're in my class, you should have already gotten a email to set it up. You're going to want to log into this, and then we will go forward. So the first thing you're going to want to do as one of my students, you'll notice that I have already set up this. There is a profile for this already under my profile, but as my students, what you need to do is you need to go into student, because that's what you need to be doing. And when you get into student, you're going to want to do add new campaign. So I'm going to double check to see. Let's see if it's going to let me do this. Okay, so at this point, I've got the ability to connect different of my accounts that are tied into this with this website. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to first, I'm going to add my Google Analytics. So I click on that, and it's going to ask me which account I want to use. That's the account that is connected to it. You would choose new account if you're setting this up for the first time. And then I will go through the process of checking the profile. Oh, there it is right there. So I'm doing the putting up with Doc T, and this points to a Google Analytics property that I've already got set up. I'm going to save that, and then you'll see that it's updated. I don't run Google Ads. I can connect Facebook with it as well. I might as well do that since I'm here. So let me go get that data. Facebook. So I've gone into Facebook and I've grabbed the URL here. I'm not sure if exactly what it's going to ask for, but I'm going to choose Facebook. I'm going to choose putting up with Doc T. I'm going to choose submit. Now you would have to go through the process of linking your account. I've already done this, so that's what that shortcut was there. Success, I've connected to that. I'm not using Twitter for the putting up with Doc T, so I'm not going to do that. And then what I'm going to do here is it wants me to expand that. And let me move myself out of the way here. And then I choose continue. It's not necessary for you to hook those other things up, but it's going to give you a fuller set of data. It's going to have access to more data if you do connect those elements, meaning the Facebook and the analytics. So when I come in here, what it's going to do, and I'm going to maximize this, is it brings me to a dashboard. But what I want to do is I want to run a campaign. So I'm going to go to the SEO research, and I'm going to go to the Site Auditor Studio, and it's going to want me to start crawling. So I'm going to go ahead and start crawling. Now, this can take some time depending upon how long your how big the website is for your partner organization. And it will go through this process of uh, crawling my site, and it's going to start coming up as it crawls. Right now, it's only crawled one page. It's going to go through the process of doing that crawl. And then when you're done with that, you're going to have access to this report. And you'll notice that as it's crawling, it starts to put information in here. Now, one of the things that I've noticed as it's doing the crawl is it's defaulted to HTTP. One of the reasons I switched hosts is because my old host wanted to charge a ridiculous amount of money for the HTTPS, so the secure access. So it's going to be interesting to look at this as an HTTP, and then I probably will run the crawl as HTTPS. Now, what this tells me is, though, is when it went to do that crawl, it went straight there and it wasn't redirected to the HTTPS. So what that tells me is I need to go in and make sure that I've got a redirect set up in my hosting so that HTTP goes to HTTPS, because it's going to do different things. And there you saw the crawl ended um, while we're sitting here watching it. So what you see is there are 10 broken images. I've got desktop speed issues found, all sorts of stuff. So we won't go into all of that in this particular um, uh, video, but what that is going to do is it's going to give us access to see, and we'll cover looking at that content in a later video. So that's all I've got for now for setting it up. Make sure if you are my student, that you are using the student setting and create that new campaign, and I will talk to you later with more. Bye-bye.